All right, everyone, welcome to tonight's event, our Thyroid and Digestion event. And I'm super excited that you all have been able to join us tonight. It is going to be a fun night, a very informative night. I really had a heart to do a night like tonight because so many people that I have talked to deal with thyroid and digestion situations. And over again, this common theme of thyroid and digestion issues comes up over and over again. And I finally found a solution that has helped me with my thyroid and my digestion. And the ladies you're going to hear from on the call tonight have all had those same situations and found a solution through whole foods. And so tonight, it would be wrong if we knew all this information about something, because when your thyroid is off balance, when your digestion is off balance, or if somebody you know's thyroid is off balance or their digestion is off balance, it really can negatively impact not only them, but the people around them. And so if we have a solution that is whole foods, that is helpful, then that's something that I 100% want us to share. And so I want to start off by sharing my story. And if you have, whoever invited you to the call tonight, they connect with them after this call. Tonight, it's really going to be about sharing with you problems that we've had and the solutions that we found. It's not anything different. There's no pressure in this call. This is simply some women who have dealt with serious issues, and we finally found some awesome solutions. And so I want to start off tonight by sharing a little bit about my story and why I had such a heart to really have this event. I am, since 2005, I have dealt with hypothyroidism. And I was diagnosed when I was in 7th grade with hypothyroidism from just, and that's just such a rare thing for a girl in middle school to deal with. But I was diagnosed with hypothyroidism. And then in 2012, that developed into Hashimoto's. And if you don't know what hypothyroidism or Hashimoto's is, hypothyroidism is where your metabolism is slower. It causes hair loss. It causes weight gain. It causes just a lot of issues, breaking of the nail. It really weakens down everything. And Hashimoto's is a more advanced form of that, where your body literally attacks your thyroid. It's like no explanation. I've tried to ask for years, doctors, like, okay, but why does my body attack my thyroid? And they couldn't give me an answer. And so from 2005 to 2012, I went up on my prescription medication every single year. I was on Synthroid, and it kept having to go up every single year. Now, during this time, I was a vegetarian. I felt like I ate really good. I made good choices for a middle school and high schooler. And I thought I was making good choices. And then in 2012, when I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's, I knew that something had to change. Because from that moment in 2012, my thyroid medication had to go up. I had to add a thyroid medication, liothyrin, and I had to get biopsies on my thyroid every single year because I had new nodules growing on my thyroid, and nothing was working. And then in 2015, my digestion started messing up in a really bad manner. I couldn't eat anything. I tried to take everything out of my diet, and I just got so frustrated because I knew deep down in my heart that there had to be a solution to the problem I was facing. And that solution had to be found in a more natural way. And so I began this journey. I became vegan. I went gluten-free. I took out soy. I took out everything in my diet. I became a GNC Gold member. I tried everything in GNC. I read up on it. I was like, whole food nutrition, what I need to do. And I tried everything. And I went back to the doctor time and time again, and there was zero change. And if you're on this call tonight, you've experienced or seen somebody experience some point of frustration with thyroid or digestion. And there's nothing more frustrating than doing all you know how to do and then going to the doctor and they're like, nothing's worked. And that's the most frustrating point you can ever come to. And so last year, I was introduced to Juice Plus by Stacy, who you'll hear from tonight. And immediately I was a bit skeptical because I'm like, oh, what is this? And so I began to do research. And in doing my research, I realized that Juice Plus is the #1 researched whole food nutrition product in the world. And then I also got ticked off because I realized that GNC and all those supplements are not researched. And I had spent hundreds of dollars a month to pay for something that had absolutely no clinical backing. And so I talked to my husband about it. I was like, hey, what do you think? I want to try this out. And he had been with me on my thyroid and digestion journey. And he was almost to the point of trying anything, but he was still a researcher and still a skeptic. And so when I told him about Juice Plus, he goes, oh yeah, absolutely. And I like, at first I had to touch his head, like, are you okay? You just said like, yes, without like any skepticism. What is going on? And he said, my mom's oncologist, when she had stage 4 cancer, told her to be on Juice Plus, and that was the only thing he recommended. And so we gave it a shot, and I have been on it for over a year, and I have had balancing of my blood work. I've gone down in my thyroid medication. I stopped all other supplements and everything like that. I just do my Juice Plus. My digestion has calmed down. Even I just was thinking about today, I, indulged in a few things over the weekend, over the Memorial Day weekend that, those treat foods, normally that would make me suffer for weeks to come. But I bounced right back today. Why? Because Juice Plus really gave me the whole food nutrition I needed to combat Hashimoto's hypothyroidism and have healthy digestion. And it's just been a transformative game changer for me. I am going on year 2 of not having to get a biopsy of my thyroid, which they're super painful and they don't put you to sleep. So I would just say needles in your throat is not fun. So I haven't had to do that. I haven't had to go. I'm in the process of getting off my thyroid medication, which has been a huge goal of mine. And to top it all off, a couple of months ago, I was at my endocrinologist, who's my thyroid specialist, and she was asking me, because you have to tell your endocrinologist everything you take, even supplements. And so she's like, and she literally listed like 20 supplements. She was like, do you take this and this and kelp? And I was like, no, I don't take any of that anymore. She's like, oh. She's like, well, what do you take? I was like, well, I started taking Juice Plus now. And she's like, oh my gosh, that's the best thing you can take. She goes, I've been taking Juice Plus for over a decade. I was like, why didn't you tell me? Why did you not tell me sooner? But that is my story about how whole food nutrition, now I have more energy. Now my hair is stronger. And now I am able to say, okay, I have not been able to jump into being completely, and I always tell people there's this balance of weaning yourself off between if you were on heavy prescription medication to where you have to wean yourself off, you have to watch your blood work, but I'm now on the road to say goodbye to prescription medication here in the near future. So I can't say enough about the whole food nutrition products and how they transform my thyroid. This girl who was a Hashimoto survivor, and now I feel like I am a warrior because I'm totally overcoming it. And I truly believe here in the next few years that Hashimoto's will be a thing of my past and not of my present. So with that being said, that's my story. I want to open it up to Autumn. And Autumn, if you'll unmute yourself and share with us how Juice Plus has helped your thyroid and digestion.
Oh my goodness, absolutely. I'm so excited anytime I get to share how this gift of health has absolutely transformed the course of my health. So it's kind of crazy to think about it because time goes by really fast, especially since I just celebrated my 40th birthday last week. But I was thinking, man, it's been 11 years. I've been on Juice Plus for 11 years. So that's 11 years of blessings. And I literally could list on a piece of paper probably 19, 20 different things that Juice Plus has done for me. But I think one of the biggest things is I think back really in my entire life, back to even maybe first or second grade. And all I can ever remember are stomach and digestion problems. I just kind of suffered for, all of my childhood that I can remember with lots and lots of digestion problems. I just never really woke up that my tummy didn't hurt. I kind of had stomach ulcers from worrying and anxiety, and just, I guess sometimes I tell people that our norm can sometimes be lousy, but we don't even know it because it's our daily norm. So we get into that mold of what we're used to, and we don't know any different. We don't know how to change that sometimes. So I'm very thankful to say that it has continued to help me. Now, I only knew about our fruit and veggie blend capsules for 6 years, and it absolutely helped me so much. No more stomach ulcers, but I still had a problem with regularity. I know, and that's something that we really don't want to talk about, but it's such a blessing. And as adults, we've learned that it can affect so many different parts of your health if you don't have good regularity. And so actually when I added in the complete mix, the Juice Plus complete mix, and I kind of had to be made to try that because I was not a shake person. But when I added that in with my capsules, and I added the omegas, you want to talk about gut health and regularity, like absolutely a game changer for me. Do not have any issues with any kind of stomach issues or digestion issues now. I am absolutely so much better. And I just can't say enough about what whole food nutrition does, the power of, real food. And that's what we need. We need raw, live enzymes. And so this is a great way to be able to add in tons of plants. And it was just a really easy fix for me because it was something that I could add into my, busy schedule. And the more consistent you are, the more benefits you're going to see. So it's been awesome.
Thank you so much, Autumn. I really appreciate you sharing your story. I love hearing a story from somebody who is busy and who found simple solutions on the go. And she mentioned our complete. We have great nutritional shakes that are vegan and gluten-free and really help. They've aided with me as well to move forward and have that strength. And the vegan omegas are incredible. And we will talk to you about that at the end. But it's amazing that, because I feel like when it comes to the idea of whole food nutrition, a lot of times we can think that means that we are going to have to stay at home and cook 45 meals, and we're going to have to meal prep 800 meals, and we're going to have to never go out to eat, and we're going to have to do all this work. But you were able to find a solution that's on the go with somebody who works full time and who is able to heal themselves. And I love what you said. Sometimes our normal isn't a good normal. And if we're tired and we're stopped up all the time and not regular, we're not living our best life. And so to find those simple solutions, that's so powerful. Thank you for sharing, Otto. Next up, we're going to hear from the woman who actually introduced me to Juice Plus, who helped me get healthier, Miss Stacy. If you'll unmute.
Okay.
Awesome.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, thank you, Caitlin, so much for inviting me to be a part of this. Like Autumn, I love sharing my story when I get a chance to. And, I didn't really know I would have a story from beginning to take Juice Plus when I did. I just knew that I would be better off taking this product that I had heard about for years, but why wasn't I taking it? There was no logical reason I wasn't, but I guess I kind of thought I'll just eat more fruits and vegetables, instead of, buying another product, I'll just eat more fruits and vegetables. But you really can't eat all the amount that you get with Juice Plus. But thank goodness I finally came to my senses, and the way that happened, just in a nutshell, about almost 3 years ago now, my husband had a heart attack right outside the office I'm sitting in here at our home in our front yard on a hot summer day. got him to the hospital in an ambulance quickly, and they put a stent in, and he came home a day or two later and is fine. But we are a healthy family. My 2 adult children were living at home at the time, and my daughter Erica said, we are a healthy family. So why did this happen? And we don't know why things happen, and a heart attack really can happen to anybody, but it really was a wake up call. So we thought, well, let's just try to be healthier. What can we do? And my sister and her family have been taking Juice Plus since the day it was invented. And so we said, well, let's try that finally. And so the 4 of us began taking Juice Plus. And what I didn't realize at the time, it's like Autumn said, your norm you think is the norm. I thought my norm was normal, but my normal was not as healthy as I could be. I was just used to having digestion issues. I didn't even really try to get a diagnosis or put a label to it. Now I realize it was a form of IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. Don't we love talking about things like this? But now I talk about it all the time. So it was, for me, literally, the past several years, I was just very thankful that for a lot of years now, I have worked from home, because with the way that my IBS worked, in the mornings, I wouldn't know when I left the house if I was really safe to leave the house. And I won't get too much more graphic than that, but it was something that I had just thought that I needed to live with. I thought, and I just this year in January turned 60. And so I was kind of getting to an age where I thought, okay, I'm an older person now. I'm in my late 50s at the time. And so this is just what life is like, closing in on 60. But when I began taking the Juice Plus capsules every day, and the key is remembering to take them every day. It took me a minute to remember to take them every day, but shortly I did. And I knew that it was going to be good for me. I knew that I wouldn't know the cold or the flu that it might prevent, because you don't know that you didn't get it, But I began to see some changes, and I didn't expect to. But some of the changes that have already been mentioned were hair and nail growth. My nails were stronger. My hair was growing in thicker and faster. And my energy level was better in general. My sleep was better. But then a few weeks later, I thought, wow, I'm not dealing with the same kind of digestion issues that I have had in the past. Literally on Sunday mornings, my husband and I would go in separate cars to church, because I would just have to wait and be sure that I was safe to go. So, I was dealing with some things, but I realized that I wasn't dealing with those things anymore. And at first, I didn't even realize it, didn't even recognize it. And then I thought, okay, well, this is a good spell I'm going through for whatever reason. But it's now more than 2.5 years later, and I can tell you that my digestion has completely changed. My regularity is regular. The thick middle that I just assumed I was going to have, because I was a woman at that point closing in on 60. With exercise and other healthier habits, of course, just, my physical body is changing, and I just feel healthy. And I didn't know before that I didn't feel healthy. So by taking the capsules, putting all these servings every single day in my body of fresh, raw fruits, veggies, berries, just such a huge variety of plants through the capsules. And then occasionally I do shakes, or I put the shake mix in my oatmeal in the morning. These simple changes, very simple changes, very affordable changes, have really revolutionized the way that I feel, my digestion in general. and have given me the freedom that I thought I just needed to learn to live with before, of knowing that my digestion could be trusted, and learning to realize what it is to have a healthy gut, healthy digestion, whereas before I was limited in so many ways. So it's been a game changer for me personally and for my family. We're just all, taking Juice Plus every day and experiencing better health in general. So I'm just happy to share that little story. It's not a dramatic story. It's not intense. But what I've learned is that when God planted that original garden of plants, he knew what he was doing. He knew that plants were health for us. And I was never going to be able to eat as much plants as I'm now getting that direct digestion in my body every day. And I see the changes. And I've seen it in other people as I've shared my story, and other people have shared theirs with me, because we don't talk about these things on a regular basis. But in our tribe now, we do kind of talk about these things. So I'm thrilled to say I'm not an isolated case. Juice Plus has helped so many people with various digestion issues. And so thank you again, Caitlin, for doing this tonight, so that we that are on here live right now can share and can hear from each other, and then the recording can be shared with others. This is just great that we're sharing this, and I love hearing other people's stories. So thank you.
Thanks so much, Stacey. I love hearing that, and I love that it shows that no matter what age you are, young or old, that Juice Plus, the power of simple fruits and vegetables, whether it's through a shake or whether it's through capsules, can be a game changer in the health of you. And it's not normal to feel bad. And we should never, no matter what age we are, whether we're mature or whether we're younger, we should always understand that God created us. I always say God didn't make us broke. And so we should always realize that if we're here, we should feel good. And so I love hearing these stories. There is one more story. One of our amazing team members, Sharon, has an incredible story about how her husband was really transformed. He was in a bad situation. She was going to be on the call tonight, but she could not be on the call tonight because of a tragic loss in her team. But we're going to get techie, and I'm going to share my screen with y'all, and she has pre-recorded a video so you guys can hear her story. So if y'all will just give me a moment. All right. I'm going to pull. If y'all give me a thumbs up that you can see this, I would. Awesome. Okay. I'm going to play share. This is Sharon. If it'll play. Can y'all hear it? No? Okay. Okay, well, obviously that did not work. So I will send that to you guys separately. I don't want to take any more of your time. But basically what Sharon's story was saying, and she did so great at recording it, so I will be whoever invited you on the call, we will share Sharon's story with you. It was an incredible story about how her husband literally had to have part of his small intestine removed, but Juice Plus Complete helped heal his stomach, and he is in so much better health, and she is doing great too. She knew her Juice Plus shakes were helping, and that was the way he was able to get protein and to transform his digestion. So I hate that that did not work, but I didn't want to spend too much time on technology, and we've heard some great stories tonight. So sorry, Sharon, if you're listening in the recording. We're going to make sure everybody hears your story. But if you have heard this conversation tonight, and I want to say this story as well, as we're talking about irregularity, that the great thing about Juice Plus is not only can it help adults, but it can help children. My niece, Bethel Claire, she's 5 years old now. She was irregular and had to be on fiber gummies from 2 years old all the way until last October. She got on the Juice Plus gummies, which are free for kids, for 4 years, ages 4 through college. Her mom got on it, so then she got on it for free. And within the first week, she was off her fiber pills, and she has had no issues since. And that is a 5-year-old. And so we have to remember that our digestion and our thyroid are the central parts of who we are. And so whether you're watching this live right now, whoever invited you on the call, I invite you to have that conversation with them and ask them what works best for you. I don't think that there's a one size fits all, but when it comes to fruits and vegetables, there is. And studies show time and time again that fruits and vegetables are what are going to heal us, are what truly is going to make us stronger. And so all of our products, from our fruit, veggie, and berry capsules, which are literally fruits, vegetables, and berries chopped up into capsules. You can read the nutrition label. We have our great omegas, which if you are interested in our omegas, talk to one of us, whether you're listening to this via recording or you are watching this live, whoever invited you onto the call. Our omegas, they just came out with a brand new study about them too that will rock your world. So you want to check that out. And then our complete shakes, which we have a Shred 10 coming up, and you don't know what that is. So you'll just have to ask us if you're interested. But we are so grateful that you hopped on tonight, and we hope that our stories have helped you kind of sort through to say, maybe I have tried everything else, but now I'm going to try fruits and vegetables. And I know a lot of people, and I will say this, a lot of people who deal with digestion issues have trouble digesting fruits and vegetables. And one of the great things about Juice Plus is that it's already chopped up for you. And so people who have trouble digesting the vegetables, they can't get those nutrients because they personally can't digest them. Juice Plus allows you to be able to do that. And so we love to share these products with you. We would love to share any way we can to share with you how Juice Plus has helped us. We shared with you tonight, but we would love to connect with you after this. The person who invited you on this call or sent you this recording will follow up with you tonight to talk with you about how we can partner together to see your health, your digestion, and your thyroid transform through whole food nutrition. So thank you all for hopping on the call tonight, and we'll talk to you soon.